So I'm here at the farmer's market and talking to Alejandro, who is a organic bread maker that makes fermented bread in an open fire with logs, and it's just an amazing process that has fermentation, which is good for longevity. We're gonna be talking about longevity and yeah. Alejandro, first, can you tell us about some of these bread that you're making? Like, because there's different variety. I already tried like the yam bread for the first time, and it's so delicious. But I want to try other ones as well. But I'm also getting yams again.
This is the jam one.
Oh,
sweet
yam.
potato.
Okay, yeah.
This is raisins and cinnamon.
Yeah. And the yam, it doesn't have much sugar, right? The sweetness comes from the yam.
Vegetable,
yeah, from the yam.
Yeah.
So
This is oats.
oats, yes.
This is raisins also.
Raisin?
Yep.
Raisin,
We
okay.
make this is white bread.
White bread.
We
yeah.
have also grains. We sold out actually.
Oh, grains are sold out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
we make other kind like cocoa and
Cocoa too?
Cocoa and
Wow.
It's a good one. And
Yeah.
we work with fermented drinks like kefir.
Oh, fermented drinks.
Yeah.
Wow.
These are ice cream made of kefir also.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It's a lot of different things. I didn't realize. I thought it was just bread
Why
that was
not?
different. And then hummus too.
Hummus too.
Yeah.
This is a fermented fruit.
Yeah.
This is hummus.
Fermented. Hummus.
And this is a cheese cream made out of kefir.
Ah.
So we process the kefir and make the cheese cream.
Wow. Now, with the if I'm not lactose intolerant, can I eat this?
Sure, you could.
Really?
Yeah, because bacteria use the lactose as a food.
Ah.
Because lactose is the glucose of the milk.
Oh, okay.
So the bacteria feed out from the sugar, the lactose.
Uh-huh.
So it's lactose free.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna have to try this one.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
the thing that happens with drinks like kefir, with wild kefir or kombucha. They are made out with sugar, but in the process, the bacteria eat all the sugar, so it's a sugar-free drinks.
I love your knowledge about fermentation process. I would like to hear you talk about it all day long, but yeah.
We actually start working with fermentations because we have metabolic problems.
Yeah.
Especially myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was diagnosed with diabetes like 8 years ago.
Okay.
So I follow the doctor's rules and use all the chemical medicaments that they gave me,
Yep.
but it wasn't good.
Right.
I have many problems.
Yes.
Go up and down, go up
Yep.
and down. So one day I say, no, I know what to do, and I just didn't do it.
Yes.
So I start working with the food, the first thing.
Yes.
Working with the food and working with the mind.
Yes.
Because
And a lot of problem starts with the gut microbiome. You know, like the chemical, the process, the preservatives, and all that stuff. So when you work with live culture, fermented stuff, you're really caring for your gut microbiome because, I mean, they live inside you, and if you care for them, feed them the correct things,
Exactly.
they want to stay, they'll care for you, they'll protect you from different diseases. I haven't gotten sick over 10 years,
wow.
and I'm immune to COVID. Yeah, I was exposed. My wife got it, and I didn't even get it. And then I'm also immune to, the scorpion, right? The scorpion stung me when I was in the jungle. Nothing happened. Don't feel a thing.
It's a good immune system.
I know.
It's the first front barrier to defend our bodies.
Yeah.
It is just behind the microbiota
Yeah.
in the intestines, so it helps out. It helps to prevent all the diseases.
It's amazing what the fermented food can do, like the live culture.
You know what I find out?
Yes.
Talking about longevity.
Yeah.
When like you talk with people in Nicoya.
Yeah.
I have talked with people in my hometown in Turúqueres.
Okay.
This place is kind of similar to Nicoya in weather and food also. And I find out talking with these old people that they had the same similarities is the way they live.
The way, the lifestyle, yes.
Yeah, how they feed themselves and
Yes.
how they live their life.
Yes.
For example, in old times, they don't have fridge.
Right,
They
right.
didn't have convenience stores.
Yes.
Pulperias, how we call it here.
Yeah.
So they
So-
have to grow up by themselves.
Yeah.
And when they have excess of food, they have to keep them. And the best way to keep the food it was fermented.
Fermented, exactly. Yeah.
Even the food, even the meat.
Yeah.
When they have much meat, they have to hang it
Yep.
over near the stove,
Right.
so it dry out. But when the meat dry out, it's fermented also.
Yes.
So they were feeding their microbiome all the time, and they're having a very free stress
Yes.
life.
Yeah. A lot of people came and buy the bread to it a possible bit. So, but awesome. We'll continue with the conversation. Yeah, like so. We were talking about the people who live
Yeah, yeah,
close to the capital in the city,
Yeah.
but it's similar to Nicoya
yeah.
because the lifestyle is similar to Nicoya, and it's really helpful for them to live that way and versus the city life
Yeah, that's
where
right.
food is available all the time, and you can try the customer can try the food too before they buy it, and they get a a mango as a gift too. Oh, so this is the bacteria of kefir. Kefir. Wow.
This is for her that she wants to start her own.
Oh, she wants. Wow.
Un amigo que está haciendo hace documentales en YouTube.
So if you give her your kefir, then how is she gonna buy? If she make her own stuff, and she won't buy from you.
No, probably she won't buy me anymore. But what is the problem? I mean,
Oh well, I think it's very generous that you give the kefir bacteria.
well, sometimes I receive for free. I get for free, so I will give for free.
Oh, okay.
So, but so many times, not sometimes, many times when I do this, the people, it is hard for them to keep doing the process. So they finally keep buying me.
Oh.
It's easier for them to buy than to make.
Oh, it's easier to buy the kefir than to make the kefir.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's not because it's hard, but people sometimes lose the motivation probably.
Yes. Yes.
So they prefer to buy it than to make it. But
Yeah.
when somebody wants to make it, I am for sure helpful for them.
Yeah. Well, I like your generosity, and another thing that reminds me of longevity, right? You know, making kefir is similar to longevity. It's like you cannot just eat like organic food one time and you expect to be healthy. You have to eat it consistently. So with the kefir, you got to make the bacteria consistently for it to, you know, to prolong the process. So,
Exactly.
yeah,
In my case, when I change
Yeah.
lifestyle,
yeah,
I keeping the good things and erasing the bad things
Yes.
in my alimentation, in my ingestion.
yes,
So the change take a while
yes.
to become true.
Yes,
So
yes. Because you know it makes sense, right? A lot of people have been eating the wrong food for many years, right? Like let's say obesity take a very long time to gain all that weight. So to lose all that weight back takes time, right? So it's the same thing. So back to the centenarians who live for a long life. Right now it's too convenient. Like you have food in your refrigerator all the time. You got convenience store that sells a lot of bad product like cola, a lot from the United States, like just sweet drinks, you know, a lot of stuff with sugar and preservative, a lot of wrong food, right? And then you also got like McDonald's and the other fast food here. So the people who practice the lifestyle that is more traditional way, really healthy. So yeah. So
that's true. That's true. I weigh 100 pounds, 100 kilos.
100 kilos.
Just 4 years ago. And when I make the change,
Yeah.
I start to lose weight. You don't see longevity in fat. Yes. At the same time.
Yeah, that is.
To be fatty means to have a bad health.
Yes, the body is telling you that it's out of balance. So you guys should be doing something about it. Yeah, I interview at least 5 centenarians now.
Thin.
Yeah, they're all thin. Yeah.
Well, in sometimes to be thin doesn't mean you are healthy. Yeah.
Not necessarily. Yeah, you'll see people drinking a lot of soda and smoking. They're thin. Doesn't mean they're healthy.
Exactly.
So you used to be 100 kilos, which is about 222 pounds.
More or less.
More más o menos. And now how much do you weigh?
I don't know, 75.
75. Wow. So that's like at least 70 pounds of weight loss. So congratulations.
Yeah, what happened when I lost weight and I changed the food and all of this and worked with the mind a lot.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, like relaxing.
Relax, de-stress. De-stressing is one of the 7 foundational longevity practice that I came up with. So
breathe consciously. To breathe, to be conscious of your breath is important to relax yourself.
Yes.
And to have a balanced blood pressure.
Yes.
Which is very important to have a good health.
Yes.
So all of these things together, as you talk with the centenarians, you know these people were living like this way.
Yes.
Because they live in the countryside, they breathe good air.
Yes.
They work a lot of hours under the sun. They start early in the morning.
Yes.
And they have a good sleep.
Yes.
When we live at Turrialba, we live in a house with no lights. So we went to sleep at 6.
Yes.
And we woke up at 3:30, 4:40 a.m.
Wow.
And it was the most perfect life I've ever had. Because we don't have electricity.
Okay.
So we have to go early to bed and start early in the morning.
And when you speak of electricity, it's really a modern invention about over 200 years ago. And right now, people are using electricity incorrectly, right? So it messes up their circadian clock. So let's say they stay up until like 2 a.m., on social media or playing computer game or watching TV, whatever. And it really affects their sleep. And that is just bad for longevity. And
LED lights became the best invention for the people in the world, but it's one of the worst.
It is.
Because the LED lights work in your brain even 2 hours after you shut off your phone or your television or your lights.
Yeah.
So what happens is you are sleeping, but your mind is awake because LED lights act in this way, like you said.
Yeah.
So recommendation is shut up 2 hours before the sleep.
Exactly.
Which is very hard to do.
Yes.
But
you'll see in my YouTube channel, sometimes I wear glasses. Those are blue light blockers. Yeah, so I wear that at nighttime to block the LED, the blue light. So that's why I wear it. That's important. Because I did one video on how to get a restful night's sleep, and it's really when it's daylight, sunlight, you should be outside. When it's dark, either wear blue light or have different lights on there, so it doesn't mess up your clock. So
no, it's incredible how your body and your mind are so connected with the outside light and everything. I went Canada like 25 years ago, and we had this long nights. Maybe you know these long nights, and it was 11 p.m. And I was in bed with this light, like it is 2 o'clock. I couldn't sleep.
Yeah, me too.
But some people are accustomed to this and they go sleep. I couldn't because the circadian cycle in my mind was so specific with tropical weather, the tropical sunlight. So
me too. I made a YouTube short video on I blocked the window because there's so much light coming in. So I went to Price Mart, which is like a Costco, and they have these boxes, right? I tear up the cardboard boxes. I block the window light from coming in, and that's how I'm able to sleep. Otherwise, I couldn't sleep because it's just too much light. And those people who are able to sleep, when you were in Canada, they don't really sleep that well.
Probably not.
It's not proper sleep,
Yeah.
and they are not really resting. So it's important. There should be a clear distinction between day and night, and your body works in tandem with nature. So
That's true. Totally true. Totally
Yeah.
agree. This is the best we were made.
yes, yes. And we have evolved this way, and so we have to really stick to our evolution. Takes a long time to change. So if we change too quickly, like the way we're doing now, you see the younger generation, a lot of people are really overweight, and other people are having all sorts of diseases and getting sick all the time.
But it doesn't mean that it couldn't stop. I mean, I am a laboratory of you can do it, and what I think is that the first step is to make consciousness that is what is wrong,
Yes.
and then start erasing these things. I like to hear a doctor is called Barbara O'Neill. She's not a doctor.
Okay.
She's from Australia.
Okay.
She said that we have to be our own private detective.
Yes. Yes.
We have to investigate. We have to research in ourselves.
Yeah.
What is wrong, and if it's wrong, if it's making me hurt,
Yes.
why I continue doing it.
Exactly. So yes, there's a mind-body connection, just like you said, and I think that you or me, we are our best doctors.
Right.
We just pay attention to how we feel. Like, for example, I was traveling to Mexico, and there was a problem with flights, and I wasn't able to get food, and I have fasted for a long time, so I need food in my body. And I ate some of the taco stands that were really delicious. My energy level dropped significantly. When I eat right, I have extraordinary level of energy, like pretty much unlimited. But when I eat the wrong food or don't sleep right, yeah, my level dropped tremendously.
Exactly. You have to know yourself. Like this. How bad could be a mango? Nobody will say it's bad, but it could be bad. Because if, for example, I have a breakfast with bread, and I raise out my glucose, and then I eat a mango, it will be bad for me.
Right.
But what about if I have a light breakfast, and then 6 hours ago, or 6 hours later, I want to have a lunch, then I can go for a mango.
Ah, wow.
Especially if I exercise my body.
Exactly.
It's a balance between what you eat and what you need to eat.
Right. Your longevity knowledge is really good. Like, you know so much, because raising the glucose is knowing about that stuff. Not a lot of people know about raising the glucose level.
Glucose is one of the most important things to take care of.
Yes.
Like if you have a glucometer,
Yeah.
you can constantly, every day, know what is good for you, what is wrong for you, the reading of the glucose, because every time you raise your glucose, you raise your insulin, and then you get fat. And if you are not wasting that fat, you are getting fatter.
Right.
And that will damage your organs and your muscles. And when you start to lose weight, the first thing you lose is not the fat, it's your muscles.
Right.
So when you start losing weight, you have to raise your muscles at the same time, because you're losing muscles. And muscles are so important to get old.
Yes.
You couldn't, if you get old with muscles, you are healthy. This is science.
Yes. Yes. You're really talking science. I'm very impressed with your knowledge, your English, and everything that you know. And one more thing that you mentioned earlier, your grandpa, right? Grandmother lived to 110 years old. Yeah. Wow, that is amazing.
Well, probably she will get older. Her lifestyle won't change in the last 10 years. When she ate a lot of, probably 20, 30 years, because in that period of time, she ate a lot of bread, sugar because the lifestyle changed.
Oh, the lifestyle
Right?
change goes. Yeah.
Probably she will live 200 years.
Well, it's there's science, and I read from author David Sinclair, and he writes a book about lifespan, and he say that we can live to 150 years old.
Holy crap.
So it's really interesting that you think that's possible, because a lot of people, in the audience will be like, wow, really? You can live that long? Like, that's ridiculous. I was just telling my tennis friends that I'll be playing tennis when I'll be over 100 years old and play tennis. And they're like, I don't know. They're kind of skeptical, but I'm pretty confident I can do that, because I already played with somebody who's 85 years old, my tennis partner. So, and he doesn't know as much about longevity as I do. So, yeah. Anyway, so your knowledge very impressive. I hope that when people come to Costa Rica, they would buy your bread, your fermented bread that's made in open fire. I got 2, and later I'm gonna get the kefir thing too. Yeah, but I'm gonna also put a link down to the description, so whoever comes to Costa Rica can get a chance to meet Alejandro. And bread is just delicious. But if you're fascinated about longevity, you can also talk to him. It will be a fun experience to travel to Costa Rica to enjoy this beautiful country, the people, the beaches, the different foods like the palm, the coyo, vino de coyo, and vino coyo, also pahi baye. It's just a lot of different exotic food here that you can try. So thanks. Bye. Hey, this is Ken, longevity author and coach. Speaking of coaching, I do one-on-one coaching, group coaching, and in these coaching, I observe your lifestyle, where you eat, sleep, movement, and things like that, to help you live a life free of diseases, mentally sharp, with unlimited energy. If you practice the things that I do, eventually you will live a long time, mentally sharp during old age. So if you have any questions, I'll be happy to work with you if you're interested. Thank you.